contrasting lid. It's pretty good. I'm not sure I like the lid with this thing. To me, it's overpowering the curve up here, and it really doesn't really add anything to it, but that's just my opinion. The lid is well done, I just think it needs to be on a bigger piece. Yeah, just lots of loose things for me to throw on the floor. I like the use of the inlays. Yeah, a lot of times what I would probably do is put a little bead or something down here as a transition point so that this curve doesn't look so sharp. But he did a good job on it. Ooh, I like this box, it's real nice. I like this effect.
Yeah,
look at the box. And I like the grain pattern. And the portions are pretty darn close to being dead on to that nice ratio. It's just the hair off. That's okay. And this guy's got a lot of little parts in it. Somebody's been doing miniatures. Little miniature boxes. Yeah.
I don't think those are together. I just brought them back that way. Sorry.
I don't know whose bowl that is. That's my bowl.
Well, I like the boxes. I've been working on doing miniature stuff. I'm going to be teaching a miniature class in December at the folk school.
The bowl's not done.
I think something needs to be done with the foot.
It needs not off of it yet.
Yeah, it needs to be reverse turned. And I'm not sure I like the changing directions here, but these points are in the same plane just about, which is good. That's hard to do with a natural edge line. It's a real pretty piece of wood. I really like that hole in it. And I like the bottom. Hopefully it already got photographed, so it's got the number. And it's got a nice shape to it. We rolled it flat in there, but some of that could be because it changed shape after it was turned. Because it looks better over here than it did right in here. But yeah, that's nice. And for me, I think this would look better if the wings were out here a little bit more and you have more of a curve up, or if they pulled in a little bit more. I don't like them going straight up. Then again, I tend to like things to fold in a little bit because I'm a little insecure. I like them to come in. Yeah, they were pretty good about getting these points lined up. That's really hard to do. They lost some bark, which happens. The cedar's hard to put a finish on, and somehow I managed to get the finish to take. Yeah, once again, I like a full curve, but I don't really like it to be flat in there. But at least it came across on the bottom. And I would like a little bit more defined detail on this foot, maybe one of those little bird marks or some other better transitions. That little curve right in there is so tight, it just kind of throws your eye off. The inside is great. To me, it needs to have more of a curve to it. It just seems too straight up and down. The inside looks nice. The outside just too straight up for me. You might have taken a little bit more off in here and made it more gradual curve. You know, this may be a case where he had a chunk of wood this big and he wanted to use the whole piece of wood, so he opted to use the whole piece of wood and not go for the prime shape. We all fall into that part, especially us Yankees. Looks like I'm probably getting into the other stuff, so I'm going to have this one be the last one because I'm also losing my voice. This one's really nice. I like it's got a nice flowing curve. I like the little burn-in details up here at the rim. And yeah, he repeated it here like I was suggesting on one of those other pieces. That makes that foot look much better. Yeah, nice job. Here, I'm going to assume that that's the end, because that was where the sign was. So probably
Actually, if anybody I'm sorry, things got moved around when I was photographing. If you want something critiqued, just speak up.
I'm going to critique some of my own work. Don will remember these pieces. Don Linden came to my shop to get some pointers, and it was an unusual lesson because normally I have a plan, and we didn't have a plan, and we just went with it. This was a piece of poplar that I showed him how to do some bowl techniques on, and when we were roughing it out, I said, "Ooh, I like the way that little rim stayed behind for the practice cuts," and so I left it. And I made it be the real rim. And he and I kind of had the same kind of design technique. We don't draw it out first. We just sort of take wood away and see what happens. And we saw that little piece. We both instantly said, "You like that?" So I left it. I used scrapers to do the inside so I could undercut it. I did as much as I could with a bowl gouge. And then I dyed it with red mahogany and a little bit of ebony thrown into the dye. And that brought out the red and the poplar. It's still not finished. I got to buff it. It's got several coats of lacquer. And this is the one that he worked on. And ended up accidentally having a different kind of rim that I thought was nice. I was going to finish it, and we were going to finish it, but then we noticed it's got some really nasty checking right in here. And my guess is that's some of that honeycomb stuff that happens when they kiln dry really thick pieces of wood, because this was kiln dried wood. So we opted to leave it as is rather than have it blow up in our faces. Because that's not just surface checking, that's going to go all the way through. But I really like the different rim on this, so that's why I brought it in. And a lot of times when you work together like that, you take ideas from each other, you see things differently. And hopefully I didn't hurt anybody's feelings, but you know, I'm a very negative person. I don't know how to be positive. Anyway, I'm going to get a drink of water and then I can get back to the demo.
Thank you, sir.
Real quick, there's one slot left for Ray Key on